Hello. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and those in between and beyond. Welcome to the College of Inspiration, where we wish to inspire you with our role-playing adventures. Today, we are continuing our Arkpoint campaign, a tale full of shady business and illegal going on in the city of Arkpoint. I am Cosmo, he, him, your host and game master from this campaign. Please note that our players won't be watching chat to maintain immersion, but we will shout out any subscribers and donations at the break or end of stream. And feel free to chat amongst yourselves and meme and clip to your heart's content. I'll just pop behind the bar here. And I will introduce you to our fabulous players. First up, we have fellow bard at the College of Inspiration, our bard of lore, Scarlet Song.
Hello, it's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Scarlet Song, she, her, and today I'm reprising my role as Miss Cotta, also she, her. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you, Scarlet. Next up, we have JuniperFinch. Who has muted himself.
Hey guys, I'm JuniperFinch, he, him, and today I'll be reprising my role as Janus Amberwood. He, him.
Thank you, Juniper. Another fellow bard of creation here at the College of Inspiration, Rain.
It's good to be back. Both I and my character will be he, him, and I'm playing Scoop today, who is a Dragonborn investigator. Looking forward to his stakeout.
And finally, we have Alexander.
And I will be playing the accountant today. Alexander Chronist, he, him.
Thank you, Alexander. And we shall get straight back into it. So, last time in Arkpoint, as they individually investigated the possible protection racket in Riverside, our crew found themselves drawn together in front of a burning cafe. They rescued the people inside and pursued the culprits, but were unable to catch them. So, they had a lovely meal and planned their next move. And that's where we find them, just outside of Andreamers.
As we kind of pick ourselves up, Miss Cotta puts her hat back on and switches back to the disguise she's been using as like the magic fades in, and a much perkier, happier looking dark elf steps out with this crew of individuals. Oh, Janus, you got some on your... And she like grabs a napkin and gets some rogue sauce that you've missed on the side of your outside of your face.
Oh, Janus has definitely got rogue sauce.
Oh my goodness. How do you even?
The food was really good. He kind of smiled sheepishly.
It looks, I'm sure you've had an excellent time with it. I'm sure it would prefer, it's probably meant to go inside the mouth as opposed to all around it though.
So, what was the plan again?
Oh.
You and me, Janus, we're gonna stick this place out. Those ruffians have to come back sometime. We're looking for their protection money, and we're gonna be here to catch them in the act.
We have a lead on the tarnished copper who might be able
Yes.
to offer some information.
So when you're saying the I word, were you meaning the interview word or the other one?
That would depend on how forthright our companion is proving to be.
Well, that's fair.
Ideally, I would like the path of least resistance. But on the other hand, people's lives are in danger, and time is perhaps not on our side.
That's fair. Do we separate? I'll be honest with you. I have very little experience within either of the I words. Usually, I just did situations like this, and she leans away from the other two. They're usually not talkative once I'm done.
Miss Cotter, I've found that people tend to like your presence. My hope is that with you being there, this will be simply an interview and not an interrogation.
Alright, sounds... Really? I don't see why. She starts walking alongside the rest of you.
Carlton will also follow.
As they leave, Scoop will lean over to Janus. I have no idea what that guy's talking about. She'd never get anything out of me.
We got this.
But first,
We've got this, Scoop.
yes. Now, follow me. We have some grocery shopping to do.
Ooh, yes. And Janus is sort of scurrying along behind Scoop. In a way unbefitting of a noble, but scurrying nonetheless.
As they're scurrying away, I quickly call out, just be like, by the way, hopefully both of them turning around. I'm going to say, keep an eye on him. Nod. And then I will continue walking with Miss Cotter.
We were talking to Janus, right?
Hopefully I was talking to both of them.
Oh, they're going to interpret it as both of them. You know that, right?
And
Better safe
presumably-
than sorry.
Presumably in
correct.
perfect unison. We both nod dutifully and continue on.
I will.
All at the same time. Turns. But he was talking to me.
All coming together.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, I have a
Alright.
question for Scoop and Janus.
Hmm.
Where are you planning to stake out exactly?
Right. Well, I get the impression that they're probably not going to return to the scene of the fire, but there are the other protection rackets going on.
Yes.
So I'm going to turn to Janus and flip through my pages and be like, that chocolate shop did mention that they're under the thumb of this protection racket. Perhaps we should stake out that place. They might return.
Did he mention if they came by today?
Flipping through my notepad. I don't think I overheard them while everyone else was in the shop. But it's a good lead.
Let's start there. Wait, no, you wanted to get groceries.
Perhaps we can knock out two birds with one stone. Wonder if there's a butcher's that's under a protection bracket by any chance.
Ooh, that's good. That's good.
I'd like to have a look around.
Roll me an investigation.
I'm gonna throw in the help action there because you are definitely more skilled in that than I am.
I'll allow it.
Thank you. For the people in the chat that can't, they cannot see, I rolled a 2.
Rain has rolled a 2. Oh dear. Yep, that's why I'm helping.
That's much better.
Doesn't
let's
anything
see.
lower than 7 still count as 7 or something?
I believe you're right. But it is in very small text on my sheet.
Mm.
Regardless, 16 on the die. This is better, which puts it up to a 22.
Dennis is
22.
helping.
22 is more than enough to find a butcher shop.
All right.
You find
Ah.
you find this nice butcher shop in North Riverside. The sign out says Roland's Butcher. There's meat and various cured meats hanging in the window. You can see it's well kept inside.
This looks like the place.
Yeah. We'll have to be very careful with our words as we enter. We don't want to spook them or perhaps make them think that we're here as part of the protection racket. I say by no means under my breath as I enter the butcher. And then I wait for the man behind the counter. Hello there.
You see this middle-aged dwarven man, like, oh, hello. How can I help you?
Yes. I'm looking for some good steaks that I could cook up for
Yeah,
party.
we're here for a steak.
A steak between the two of you?
Depends. How big are your steaks?
They come in a variety of sizes depending on the cut and what animal you what kind of meat you want.
Yeah.
Janus kind of looks at Scoop and goes, 2 steaks? Oh, I'm pretty
would like-
hungry. 3.
3 of your steaks. Scoop.
No, but then we'd only get one of us get 2 and the other would get 4 steaks.
That's a lot of steaks.
But what if the others want some?
That's a fair point. What if someone is in danger and they need a lot of food to nourish themselves? Bit of a
You're right. Yeah.
How about 5?
5 steaks.
5 steaks.
5 T-bone, ribeye, beef.
Wait, I've heard this one.
You've heard this
Surprise
one.
me.
Take it. Ooh, that's a good one.
Sure thing.
For genius.
He walks like into the back room. You hear some shuffling around. You hear like wrapping of paper. He comes back.
I'm half expecting like metalwork banging and a chainsaw and like chickens fluttering out of the place.
No, it's not quite that ridiculous. Doesn't have live poultry in his butcher shop. This is a respectable business. He comes back with a reasonable sized package. 5 steaks. Of
Thank you.
surprising quality. That'll be
Oh yeah, you go.
that'll be 5 gold.
5 gold. All right.
Janus and Scoop kind of look at each other.
Do
Are you gonna? Am I gonna?
I mean, I can cover it.
Oh, I got it.
No, like, surely. And I start searching for my phone. My
Janus
pockets, and
rummaging through this little pouch on his hip.
I pull out 5 gold pieces, and I go to hand it over, then just wait for a second, and give him a steely gaze. This is out of character. I would like to roll an insight check. See if that's a good price for mystery steaks.
Okay, sure.
Insight. 19.
19. It's a decent price. Like, it's a reasonable price if they're, decent quality steaks.
Oh, we're connoisseurs. Why wouldn't he give us the best of the best?
Oh,
I will
yeah,
put
we
up the 5 gold.
Perfect unison. 5 more gold on the table. Janus is finally done rummaging through his pouch. Oh, you
No, I've got it. But I have some more questions. We're looking. Well, these steaks will be great, but I would certainly love some. What's the word I'm looking for here? Some seasoning to go along with it, and perhaps some sort of instrument by which to cook them. Can I purchase one of those here, or do I have to go somewhere else? I had a charcoal grill, but it burnt.
No,
There's the red dragonborn.
I just sell the meat. If you need something to cook on, or spices or herbs, you may have to look somewhere else. I'm sorry.
All right, that's it. I'll look somewhere else. But while we're here, I'm interested to hear some shady folks have been going around this area. I wonder if you've seen anything of that like. You know what I mean?
Roll a persuasion.
Sweet. 19.
You a copper?
No, I'm a red.
I meant, are you with the watch?
No, I'm a private investigator.
What about
Very
him?
hush hush.
He nods at Janus. He's like, "You're wearing official colors."
Yeah, and have you seen how he's dressed? Far too extravagant for the watch.
Janus kind of looks up. Oh, don't worry about me.
I mean, I have a lot to worry about when you're talking about shady characters. Could you be more specific?
Well, we're on the lookout for some shady going on. There was a fire just a few shops down just the other day.
You mean earlier
By which I
today?
mean, yeah, that. And we saw the culprits run off, and I'm interested to see if been asking around, seeing if there's anyone that perhaps saw them or has interacted with them in the past. I'd hate for something like that to happen here.
No, that's understandable. What, may I ask, are you planning to do when you find these individuals?
My personal intention is to catch them and bring them to justice. Ensure their racketeering business sees no more.
Fair. I don't have much information beyond, they come around, they do their rounds about once a week, just popping into the stores around here, asking for money.
Have they
Right.
come round today?
Yes.
Oh, they were around yesterday. For me,
Hmm.
but it's not always the same day for everyone.
This might seem like probably not something you shopkeepers talk about all that much, but do you know if anyone that's not been visited for a while that perhaps is likely to have a visit soon? Ideally somewhere that sells spices.
I couldn't tell you. I can recommend a spice shop, but you'd have to ask them if they're expecting visitors.
I see. Well, Scoop winks. Recommend a spice shop for me.
No worries. Just 2 blocks to the left. Like once you step out the store, 2 blocks to the left, you'll see the spice shop down there.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Well, we'll take our stakes and have a look.
I wish you the best of luck.
And
We could use some help, honestly. The watch hasn't been doing much.
I will
Help is on the
look into
way.
that.
You'll take our lead
As-
with our stakes.
As we walk out the door. Both the handfuls of 5 copper have been left on the counter, absent-mindedly.
5 gold.
Oh, sorry, 5 gold. Yep. Yep.
Alrighty.
Yes.
I think
finance management.
somewhere distantly, like a shiver runs down Miss Cotter's spine at the thought that somebody, like, she's got this feeling in her entire being that someone didn't bother trying to barter. I have this horrible feeling that someone just paid way too much.
Is this something that haunts you often, Miss Cotter?
People paying too much? Well, I'll be honest with you, I'm not a fan of people who she kind of like pauses because the accountant is wearing a very nice suit and all of the other stuff. But then has like some memories kind of like resurface of moments where like other times have been seen and goes, I'm just not a fan of people who flash their currency around like rich folk. I mean, I work for one, but there are a lot of people out there who think that just because they have the coin that the world is theirs. And it's not nice to see.
It is very likely that if we continue following this path and acquire the appropriate information, you will have an opportunity to meet someone like that.
Oh,
Perhaps we could
really?
make the world a slightly nicer place together.
Well, it could use a bloody clean-up by the sound of things.
So, at this point, we're kind of walking back to where we were previously.
Towards the cafe that burned down?
Now, if my memory serves, you said that you saw this copper somewhere around this area.
Yes, he was closer towards the butcher, but that I'm pretty sure the copper box is around this part. The
Would I
stations
have
tend to do at least 3 or 4 streets.
Would I happen to have any idea of the general kind of, like, for lack of a better word, template that police rounds would do?
Is it something you would have looked into, you think? I mean, would make sense.
I like to think so.
Yeah,
yes. Not like this specific one, but if there was like, generally they go through streets A, B, C, and then they do it in reverse, like the generic version, if I happen to know that.
It is usually they are methodical, like you'd know that they like sort of go street by street in a way. But with the way the Arkpoint, like, not every district or street is the same. It changes based on the location within the city.
Cool.
Yeah.
This area is pretty well monitored comparative to, say, the docks, though, right?
Yeah. This, like, Riverside, it's got a decent watch presence usually.
Yeah.
Because it's a
All
more
right.
commercial and residential area, so.
Right.
I can think of 2 ways to go about this, unless you have a third.
Well, what are your 2 ways? I don't know if my third one's one of yours.
Well, firstly, we could follow in our friend's footsteps and do a stakeout of our own until we see the copper running his beat. Or alternatively, we could go straight to the heart of the matter.
Go into the watch box? Are you serious?
Miss Cotter, I am usually always serious.
Well, yes, no, that wasn't... I appreciate that, honestly. But... The watch box? You have a rep? I do too, but I'm and don't they have anti-magic fields? I don't know if this disguise is gonna hold up.
You kind of think about that for a second. Of course, apologies. I'm much more accustomed to working by myself.
That's alright,
Yes,
me too.
I tend to not use a lot of magics.
I honestly didn't. It's sort of new. I'm not too sure how honestly some of it works.
I do not understand how almost any of it works. But as I am not a wizard, it is not mine to understand. There are people who study this. I trust they know what they're doing.
Yes. Well, so there was stakeout, watchbox. Why not just get them to come to us?
Kinda. You can see like he has like this kind of like stare towards the way you're looking at the moment, because you said you put your disguise back on, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And there's kind of a very brief moment of kind of just staring, but then like the conversation catches up in his head.
Mm-hmm.
I think that is quite plausible. Perhaps you could report some kind of crime drawing this person away. If I reported such a thing, I would likely be arrested for that crime.
That's just rude. And profiling. My goodness.
As you said, we have reputations.
Unfortunate, but also fortunate. Depending on which circles I suppose you're talking about. The other thing is they don't know what I look like. Either or. It's whether or not I get found out by people who will inform people who do know that I will look like, which is the thing that I'm worried about.
I would rely on then my reputation to cover that part.
I really like the idea that we're having this conversation, like maybe in a side alley, and it's this giant, tall accountant, and it's comparatively much smaller. So potentially, somebody may be thinking that said crime is occurring.
I told you, this, as you said, it's profiling.
Profiling, right?
Actually, just while we're here, because I assumed we would get an alleyway somewhere near where we were going, can I have a look around, just like keep my eyes peeled, just on the happenstance that either I see a god or even someone who resembles that description that I've previously gotten?
Give me, I guess, a fate roll for this. It's just,
Oh, dang.
Fake.
it's pure luck.
I'm trying! My dice are stuck in the box. I'm just belting it. It's not working.
Miss Cotter, you could roll fate for her.
Please roll me a fate,
Alright.
someone.
That's something 6. 76.
76.
Not 7d6, 76.
That's a fireball right there, that is.
An extra level
Oh
of
dear.
Bible, isn't it?
At least one.
3.5 level.
3.5. The best fireball. Yeah. There. You spot a watch member walking down the street.
Similar to the one that I saw before, or?
Not the same watch officer,
Okay.
but a watch officer.
And spying this
Imagine.
out, there is also the possibility that any is good as another.
I kind of nod towards the one who's like out there walking.
And what method are we using?
Kind of looks around, looks down at you, and then looks back.
Dark alleyway, tall, scary-looking guy. I'm sure it wouldn't be that hard to lure him.
So, am I playing the part of the distressed individual, or am I playing the part of the I've just seen someone hurt in a tall alley?
That is an excellent decision. All right,
Alright.
in that case, I'll further head in, find myself somewhere a little less conspicuous. If you run out calling saying there is someone hurt, you could follow this person in, and that will allow us to block him in this alleyway.
Oh, I like that. Alright. Miss Cutter, I would like her to look a little bit. I think she switches a little bit of like the outlining around her eyes like makes them a little bit more distraught, slightly glistening, like she's about to start crying. Her clothes get a little bit rumpled visually. They're not actually,
Yeah.
but visually they are.
She would never allow that.
And yeah, she rushes out. How busy is the street actually?
I mean, it's about mid-afternoon, on a weekday.
So the people traffic
Like
is...
there's reasonable amount of people. This.
Okay. She, with her best, the best she can do, she pops out of the alley and she starts to look kind of as one would if they were in a worrying situation, just like looking left, right, looking for someone, anyone to help. And she spots the officer and she's just like, "Oh, officer, please."
Give me a performance roll for this.
Okay. Liz, come on, hon. Not 20. I'm not joking.
Wow. Okay.
Oh my god.
I think she gets a thought. I think she channels words that she's been taught about imagining if something as if it's real, right?
Yep. That makes sense.
And I think she like genuinely starts to freak out that someone that she cares about is hurt.
Okay.
And starts to imagine that, and then runs.
Yeah, you catch this officer as they're.
Officer, please.
Hello. Are you okay? What is wrong?
There's someone in the alley. They've been hurt.
Oh.
This way.
Yep. Following, and they follow you into the alley.
Going back a couple seconds, when Miss Cotter leaves the alleyway, I would like to take a few moments to try and find somewhere a little less conspicuous, so that I'm not just immediately standing there.
Yeah. There's like
head just down and around a little bit if there is that option.
Yeah. Like you could find like a small side alley or a doorway to like
Perfect.
maybe stand in.
I'll go with the side alley.
Sounds good. So what happened? Who's hurt?
There's someone said they were hurt down here. It's not a lie, technically.
Okay. They head down the alley.
And she's like, just starts bringing them down. She starts looking for the account, kind of being like, all right, I'm doing the thing. I'm looking like a distraught individual. Like, anytime, man.
As the person like continues down this alleyway, when they get closer, I would like to step out. When I say close, I mean very close.
Yep.
Yes. I would like them to think that a wall has just moved in front of them.
Is Miss Cotter still technically leading?
You could have fallen behind the person.
All right, I would have been like, I think they're further down there.
Yeah. No. So they come as they make their way down this alley. They find themselves just staring into a very nice tie. And like, hello?
Good afternoon, my companion. This is
like
going
to
to be
say
a
that Miss
very
Cotter
short
speak.
conversation one way or another. So think very hard about what your answers are. My name is the accountant.
Miss Cutter is moving a little bit to the left and kind of out of view, and she's prepping a knife. Or one of her rags with chloroform.
Yep. Are you trying to intimidate this individual?
Yes.
Then
Yes, I am.
Give me an intimidation roll.
All right. Come on, dice. 18.
This watch officer is... Hello. Nice to meet you, accountant. What is this about?
As a concerned citizen, I have found that there are some, how would you say, uncultured people miscreants, if you will, deviants, some prefer, who are operating in this area, strong-arming the local business. And as said concerned citizen, I do not appreciate that. Are you following so far, my friend?
I think so.
I would like to try and see if he is if he actually is recognizing what I'm talking about, or if he actually has no idea.
Yeah. Insight.
15.
He seems to. You get the impression he is picking up what you're laying down. Like,
Now, I can tell that you look like quite an intelligent individual. Someone who appears to want to live a very long and healthy life.
that I do.
A good decision. So, this could be very simple. I am going to make that problem, these miscreants, go away. This will stop the payday for you and your friends. But that's where it ends. No harm befalls you. No gang war breaks out in the streets of Arkpoint. Everything's very smooth, very nice. And those miscreants simply disappear. You can help me with this, because we all want this outcome, don't we?
Give me persuasion on that one.
Alrighty.
Can I make a
Natty 20, son.
Oh! Dang, these two.
What were you gonna?
I was going to say that if he looked like he was going to start anything, Miss Cotter was going to try and take him out.
Right. Yeah. You know what? Mr. Accountant? Sounds like a very good deal.
I am delighted to hear. So, please, I do not wish to take any more of your time. You are at work, I can tell. If you could give me a name, location of these individuals, where I might find them, that would be very appreciated. And then I can leave this area and very likely not return.
I can help where I can. Unfortunately, I'm not technically in on what you're talking about. I know of it. The captain, I think, is the one. You know.
Try and nod understandingly.
Yeah.
I can empathize with his plight.
Of course. It always starts at the top.
Yeah,
You wouldn't happen to be in line for any form of promotion by chance, just out of a curiosity.
not that I know of, unfortunately, though that would be nice. Sorry.
Oh, please. You can talk to me. We've become friends. Although I realize I didn't even ask your name.
My name is Garland.
Garland, like the thing that you made out of flowers?
Without the D, so Garland.
Garland, okay.
Of course, Garland, I understand this puts you in a very tricky position. And I would like to make that as simple as possible. Your captain, you believe is involved in this unfortunate business. Is there any location he is likely to be found performing nefarious deeds, or just in general?
It's more when we get these reports from the various store owners, we're basically barred from investigating. He gave those assignments to very specific officers, and they said they would take care of it, and eventually the reports stopped coming in, but from what I can tell, like officially they stopped coming in, but from what I can tell, the events haven't stopped.
Indeed. In which case, I believe there's only two more things I would like to ask. What is the name of your captain?
Name of my captain? I wrote it down. Give me a sec to find it.
I think that Miss Cotta in the distance has relaxed her stance.
Yeah.
She is still prepped. I would actually, can she take a quick look out and see if there's anyone who, because I came out quite distraught. Is anyone looking into the alley, or are they all going about their business?
Good question.
It was a very good performance.
Too good.
Probably one of the best you've ever done, maybe.
Honestly, maybe.
You do notice that there were some people who like kind of looked down the alley because they were curious about what was going on.
Mhm.
But you sort of turned a little bit to like around the corner, so like they're sort of watching from the street, but they can't really see what's going on from the angle.
All right, I'm gonna keep kind of just generally an alert out. I'm on the hunt for anyone who is watching and making sure the cop doesn't say anything wrong. Like I'm looking for more uneasy presence. Like if the people are just, oh gosh, I wonder what's going
These
on
just
over
look
there.
like,
that one thing.
yeah, sticky beak, looky loo.
Sticky beaks. Cool.
Citizens.
Yes. Okay. Cool. In that case, she's just after this is all, she's going to tuck the knife back, keep the rag out.
Yeah. Captain Harkus.
And those who are assigned to these special cases, do you happen to know any of these individuals?
Not off the top of my head.
I just want to give him one more kind of scrutinizing look on that one, in case he's lying to maybe protect someone.
Yeah. Give me. Oh, we'll go off the same inside roll that you had before, which was pretty good. He doesn't seem to be. He seems very cooperative. Like if he does seem to genuinely like kind of want to help you put a stop to this, and doesn't seem like he would be withholding any information at this point if he could.
Excellent. And, well, if you aren't able to tell me the identity of these such people, would you say there is a couple or many?
A handful. Probably no more than half a dozen.
That sounds entirely reasonable. Well, Mr. Garp, I would like to very much thank you for your service today, as well as all you do for the community. It must be hard to be held back from doing your duty. So hopefully that problem becomes alleviated in the very immediate future, that you may go about and continue making the world a better place. My apologies for the deceitment luring you into this place. I trust there will be no ill will between us.
As long as you don't make my job any harder in the future, we will leave on pleasant terms. And he offers a handout for a handshake.
I will gladly shake Garland's hand.
You envelop his hand and give him a...
If you find yourself in any trouble, think of me. I may be able to help. He kind of almost chuckles a little bit to himself. This has been a surprisingly pleasant encounter.
I think I could feel the same way. Much a surprise. Good day.
Very well. Good day, Mr. Garland.
I'd like to make sure I'm hidden when he goes past.
Give me a stealth roll.
I'm tucking into the wall. It's a 15.
Yeah, he doesn't he's kind of his mind is elsewhere. He just does not notice you as you leave. No, as he leaves.
As soon as he's out of earshot.
Walk over to Miss Cotter.
Oh, I hate lying like that.
For someone who is so good at it, it surprisingly doesn't suit.
Doesn't sit right. Doesn't sit right. But better that than that she tucks the cloth back in her bag. Other solutions. Harkus.
I'm just going to know that I can smell that.
It's not poison.
I can tell.
Much.
Well, at least, hopefully, this restores your faith in some of the watch around here. You
A wee
seem
bit.
like good sorts.
A wee bit. Though, unfortunately, some of them are pretty blind and only follow orders.
You'll have to make a living somehow.
She looks a little bit sad at that. Yeah, except when you're told not to think, you're no better than... And then she pauses and goes, alright, well, hopefully the other two are not... Oh, I have this horrible feeling that they've just dropped something. Or dripped something. Or have stepped into a mud pile. I don't know. I've just got this vibe.
The count kind of sighs in an agreement.
Perhaps we best saunter around, just in case anything else bursts into flames.
Right. Oh, she picks off, like... I'm assuming he, like, bumped into you. Like, slightly neatens your tie.
I would like to hope so.
It's just like she slightly neatens your tie. That's better. Alright.
Looks down. Thank you.
And we continue walking out of the alleyway and making our way
We
kind of in the
Did we
general
walk-
direction.
did we
Out the
walk
other
down
end
this-
of the alleyway.
I was about to say the other end, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, what do we look for when we're looking for them? Is there a signal? Is there a
One of
fire?
those things. I feel the answer will make itself clear.
All right.
Meanwhile,
Smash cut. Janus and Scoop inside what I can only assume is some kind of herb and spice shop.
Seasonal seasonings, the sign says outside.
Yeah, sorry. I
I'll do
do have
that
a
to
napkin.
perfect.
I'll clean that up. But we just bought them. We need to get them on ice. But you can see the hurry we're in. We need some salt and seasoning, and perhaps some garlic if you have it.
Oh, I can pay for that, by the way.
So this
Yeah, right.
The shop owner here is what the seasonal, a large one.
A large one.
Yes, it's an Eladrin shop owner. He's
I
like,
love it so much.
seasonal seasonings.
So good.
Like, you currently their skin is like a bright green, and their hair is all full of like blossoms and spring flowers and stuff. I'm like, oh, no big deal. I appreciate I would like to be paid, but yes, the accidents happened, all understandably. How can I help you?
How much salt can I get for a gold?
Maybe 2 pounds?
I can carry that. I think. All right. I would like your some salt. Ooh, I would like to look around the shop and inspect some of the seasonings.
Yeah.
Some garlic. Perhaps some of these herbs, and I grab a handful of like dried herbs.
Mhm.
And what else? Ooh, peppercorns. Ooh, do you have by any chance like gravy stock or potatoes? And I'll be just going around the shop picking up bits and pieces. And putting it on the
Unfortunately,
counter.
you would need to go to maybe a butcher or something to make gravy stock. And potatoes, you'd go to a greengrocer. We just have herbs
Right.
and spices here.
All right. Also, there's no pencil scrolling things down. Get gravy from grocers first. Okay. Well, we don't need gravy.
No, just
Salt
note
and-
to self. Go back to get gravy from butcher.
Salt and garlic. Salt and garlic. You never go wrong. Steak, salt and garlic. Trust me on this one.
Ooh, yes, and
I'll,
just a dash of butter as well to cook it in. And it's delicious.
Yes, exactly. Do you have any Wait.
I don't have butter, no.
Yes, I imagine that. All right, these are nice steaks. I can see that they're very juicy by the stain on your countertop. So I'm sure they'll cook up just nicely with that.
Yes.
No. Oh,
Right.
if her leaves change color, we're screwed.
Well, thank you for the salt. Does the gold also cover the garlic, or is that extra?
How much garlic are you taking?
Oh, just holds up a single out of character. I'm actually not quite sure what the term
Clove?
is for a clove of garlic.
Yeah, that's like, or is it a bulb?
A bulb is a
We
thing,
probably
right?
want a
Cloves
bulb.
seems-
For 5 steaks, we probably want a bulb. At
Yeah.
least.
2 silver for the bulb of garlic.
Okay, thank you. And right. So these steaks are going to be very salty and very nice and delicious. Do you know what I don't think is nice and delicious? Crime.
I
We've
agree.
been
Crime is
hearing-
not delicious.
We've been hearing rumors and seeing the disastrous results of some bad influences on this nearby shopping district. We intend, just like these steaks, to put them on ice and ensure they never see anyone again. But unlike these steaks, we're not going to eat them. That would be silly. This is getting away from me. My point being, have you seen any unscrupulous folks about, perhaps intimidating and extorting, the kind of
As
MO?
as you were talking, their skin started to go more of a brown, and their hair sort of changed to more autumn-like leaves. And they're like, you're talking about those two that make the rounds, aren't you?
Yes, that sounds like the individuals we are in hot pursuit of.
Have they been by today, perchance? Janus is peeking over one of the shelves in the back.
Who are you to ask? Is my question. How can I be trusting of? I have to be wary of strangers. You understand?
Well, let's not be strangers then. My name is Scoop. I'm here looking for these individuals because I am in the private sector, and surely the reward for catching these 2 outlaws would be quite substantial. I am in it for the money. So, you can trust me to be working in my best interest and not be, like anyone that is perhaps corrupt.
I Theo, give me a persuasion, maybe with disadvantage with that one.
Okay. Persuasion. Persuasion is +3, so that's 14.
Wow, it's a pretty good one.
I don't know if either of us have the charisma for this, but you know what? It's better. It's better that way.
It's
My die
entertaining.
faces were 19 and 11.
Oh, that's pretty good. Well, I wouldn't exactly describe them as outlaws, just with the way that they managed to seem to be the law doesn't seem to care about them. I guess they are outlaws inside that they are outside the law.
Yes.
Yes. I'll admit, I've been expecting a visit from them probably in the next day or two.
Well then, if you don't mind us, we will make ourselves a little more subtle and blend in, and with any luck, we'll catch them before they arrive at your store.
They look at the broken jar on the ground and they're like, well,
Bentley scoops up some of jar. He uses tabard to like gently wipe the floor a little bit.
I don't have the greatest confidence in you. I'll just say that outright, but best of luck.
Thank you. Your words are appreciated. There's nowhere to go but up.
I just ask you don't break any more of my stock, please.
Not intentionally, I assure you. Thank you. And I'll gather up my salt and garlic and leave the gold on the table and make my way outside.
And Janus puts a gold on the counter. Oh, that's for the cilantro, by the way.
Thank you.
And gently turns around, making sure the sword isn't sticking out as far. And slowly kind of waddles his way out, careful to avoid where the back end of it swings around.
Sounds good.
I'll if I can, I'll have a quick look around to see if I can find a store where I can quickly purchase some cook's utensils.
Gold well spent.
Yeah, you can find a cookware shop around this area probably. Take you maybe an hour. Find one.
An hour. Ooh. All right. I'll pick some up and then take
We have
put
our
a rest
target.
up. Exactly, Janus. Now, to be ever vigilant. These unscrupulous folks could be hiding anywhere. We cannot let them slip under our gaze.
Did you see what the accountant did when we first saw them?
The accountant did. No, he totally vanished. I didn't see where he went.
Janus kind of looks up one of the nearby buildings.
Something in your eye?
Yeah, I got something.
Yeah, well, you can take my handkerchief. It'll wipe it out pretty easy.
What? Oh. No, Scoop, up there.
What, a bird? Good. We can convince one of those to help us.
Perch.
Can you speak to birds? A perch? Ah. I don't follow. Wait.
No, you're right. No, you've lost me.
That's alright. I think I've come up with a plan. We could find somewhere, like, hidden, out of sight, that has a good vantage point, and
good field of
cook
view.
our steaks
Good field of
there.
Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah.
Especially if we're unseen. Brilliant, because if we're unseen and cooking our steaks, we won't get in trouble with the law because we're cooking without a license in the streets.
Is that a thing? Do street vendors need licenses?
Yes.
Huh.
Don't ask me how I know that. Or why I have a outstanding fine for starting a small fire. Anyway. Let's find ourselves a nice secluded spot. Got any recommendations?
Looks up at the nearby building, looking across the street. No, I got nothing.
Oh, that's alright. Failing that, we can always just hang out one of the rooftops. They'll never find us there. And besides, it'll be great ventilation. And if worse comes in, if we're really good, then we can, if we get bored, we could try shooting some of the nearby pigeons and perhaps have some extra meat to go along with our steaks. We'd have to cook it and drain it, and actually, it does sound disgusting. Let's avoid that. Well, I would like to have a look around to any of these shops to see if there's an easy egress up to the roof.
Yep.
A way up for people who would otherwise be supposed to be up there.
Oh, failing that, just a nice secluded alleyway by which I can perhaps attempt to scale the side of the building.
So a lot of the multi-story buildings do have fire escapes, basically, like your metal staircases sort of on the edge of the building. They are not necessarily accessible from the ground floor. Like, the idea is that you're coming out, and when you get to the bottom, you like drop a ladder that's up on that's stuck up there. But like, there are ways to get up to them.
All right. I would like to find myself the most secluded alleyway fire escape I can. And if going there, before I turn into this alleyway, I would like to go up the side of the building. And I would like to bring out my emerald quill and start writing an illusionary script on the side of the thing in big letters. Mystery meeting place. Meeting with an A. Not because I intended that, but because I totally misspelled it.
Okay.
And a big arrow pointing to the roof.
Yep.
Ah, perfect. Putting the quill back in my pocket. You think they'll see it, Janus?
Can Janus see this right now?
Yes.
Okay.
All of my body members.
Oh, he can? Okay, he can actually see. Oh, yeah, no, that'll work.
Okay. I'll make my way down the alley and see this fire escape. Child's play. I imagine it's like 10, 20 feet above my head before I can reach it.
10 feet, yeah.
Reaching into my trench coat, I pull out a collapsible grappling hook, start putting it together, pull out a very fine rope that almost glistens in sunlight as I tie it onto the end of the grappling hook. Begin to swing it, and then it just stops. I say a magic word, and the rope ups to the fire escape and ties itself off. Ah, perfect. I give it a quick tug of my rope of climbing, and begin to make my way up.
Yep. Yeah. No, it's an easy climb. I'm pretty sure the rope of climbing allows it can knot itself to make it like super easy. So yeah.
It can, yes.
No worries there. You make it up to this fire escape, and you can. You're at this building, about 4 stories.
All right. Let's make our way to the roof.
It's just occurred to me that Janus does not have an adventuring kit.
Well, no, he wouldn't be wondering.
That is the most Janus thing on this character sheet.
Honestly,
I mean, you wouldn't be wandering the streets with like a backpack and a bedroll and rope and stuff. I mean,
yeah. That'd be weird, wouldn't it? So we make our way up to the roof, scoop on Phil's bedroll so we have somewhere soft to sit while we cook our steaks.
Yep.
Yep.
That happens.
Alright, what are you thinking? Medium rare?
Ooh,
I'll have any that are well done because I mess it up.
that sounds perfect.
Alright.
What?
Ace.
This is the point where I have to decide what roll to make for cooking steaks.
Whatever you decide, take into account that I'm going to be starting this with my fire breath. whether that is good or bad.
And neither of us are any good at this.
It is, however, how Scoop is used to cooking.
I guess it would be a survival roll.
Alrighty.
If I were to help you to do that, it would actively add a -1 to your modifier.
Let's have a go. 8.
Are we going one at a time, or are we going like
No, I was
two
just
at a
gonna do
time
it.
for brevity?
I was just gonna take it as a overall cooking. At 8.
Yes.
Sorry, what was that, Alexander?
I was just going to say, out of curiosity, how much damage do you deal to the steak?
Oh. Let's have a look, shall we?
Well, wait, were you just starting the fire?
I
Or
was
were you
starting the
actually
fire.
cooking them with your fire breath?
Oh no, that'd be silly. Lightly flambeing
Of
with
course.
my fire breath at best.
Of course, what was I thinking? I'm a fool.
If anything, I am using the fire breath on my utensils.
You recently purchased cooking supplies, which I never charged you for.
That is a good point. I'll look up how much they cost.
Yeah, all good.
They are 1 GP. Is that right?
Yeah, the
Oh,
price
yeah, well-
of your steak.
Let's
Um,
think about this.
Dang.
Oh,
the
how much
economy
money
is
have you
weird.
spent?
The economy is very odd in Dungeons and Dragons.
Me. Right them.
But yeah, most of the steaks end up well done. You get one medium rare one. The other 4
I'll hand it off to Janus.
are well done.
Oh, I thought they'd be somewhere between well done and burnt.
One is burnt. That was the first one.
Oh, excellent.
You learned quickly
Call that.
that you had the heat too
Of course,
high
that
and
is
you put it
fine.
on too long. And basically, you went through 4 steaks to figure out how to cook a good steak.
The trick is you have
4
like the buffer
bowls
steak
worth
that
of
lays
steak.
on the bottom of the pan, and then you have the steaks on top of that buffer steak so they don't get burnt.
How is that how they do it?
Oh, that hurt.
Yeah, since it has such a nice soft spot, it's nice.
Somewhere
and-
Miss Cotter
like a
is
cheese layer as
shuddering.
well.
You're right. It would have been weird if you tried to use your fire breath to cook those steaks. What was I thinking?
Just somewhere in another part of the city, just a warforged in a kitchen just like twitches.
My favorite part is that they're both the same player's character.
Yeah, I know.
Ooh. All right.
I-
Successfully having set up my sign, rope, and smoke signal, I'm happy to switch back to our other adventuring party.
Stick out. Stick out.
Stakeout.
And by sheer coincidence, Janus also has a view of the street. Didn't plan, just happened to be where we sat.
Excellent.
That's just. I feel like something horrible has just happened. I don't know what. Maybe I'm just worried. Maybe I'm too worried about them.
Well, we haven't heard the sounds of anyone screaming in the distance, so it can't be that bad.
Do you see anything on fire?
I'd like to do a perception check.
You may roll perception.
It's not going to be good. That is 7.
I mean,
Past 17.
yeah, there is a lot of like chimneys and whatnot around the city. Like there's plumes of smoke sort of everywhere.
Oh, goodness.
Not nearly as many as there would be in winter, but like there are a lot of restaurants and stuff around this area.
There doesn't appear to be anything. Perhaps we could get closer to the area they were around, if need be.
You-
Oh,
Did they say where they were headed? Was it just back, or?
Well, they were planning to stake out the area where the fire had taken place. So they'd have to be within eyesight of at least that block.
All right. I've checked the time. Have I heard anything back from Lady Sanguis yet, or not at all, or? Because we're still waiting on a stern call to the accountant.
Yes. Yeah, as you're having this conversation, the stone
Clacks?
rings. I'm not sure how.
Vibrates?
I feel it would
Thrums
definitely
of energy?
vibrate.
I believe this is for you.
Oh, how do you know? She's never used one outside of using them.
Because people don't call me very often.
Oh. I slap, as we have canonically confirmed, I slap the front of the device and I hold it up to the side of my face. Hello? Oh.
Hello, Miss Cotter. I was just giving you a call back.
Hello. Yes, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna be a bit late. I got caught up with, looks over to the accountant. A friend? I met.
Oh, no, I understand completely. No, it's no trouble whatsoever.
What?
Me and Nate can handle things here. Thank you. I appreciate you letting us know.
I don't know how late I'm going to be back. Would you prefer me to get back, or should I send it via messenger? Or
you take your time and enjoy your friend's company. We'll be fine here for the night. As long as you're back by the morning, everything should be fine.
Oh, by the morning? Why would I be back shouldn't I be back tonight?
For what? Yeah, there's nothing for you to do here tonight until, the place is clean. Dinner is being taken care of. We won't need I won't need anything from you till tomorrow. So.
No
rush.
No rush? She's like, Miss Cotter is looking very confused, but I don't know how long the business is going to take.
Take all the time you need for the business. Whatever this business
should I send?
is.
Well,
you don't need to give any details. Don't worry.
Oh, thank you. I don't know if I'm allowed to, honestly.
I understand completely.
Oh, Miss Connor pauses. You do?
I do. I'm no stranger to spending time with friends. As you would know.
Oh yes, yes, you are a very lovely person, and you do have some very good friends.
Well, I'll let you get back to your company.
Should I send the chocolate back? I'm sorry, the first one got melted, and then the second one's fine. Should I send it over, or what should I do?
If you wish to send it over, that would be appreciated.
Alright, I'll see if I can organize.
Yeah. But you have fun.
Oh, okay.
Goodbye,
Thank
Miss
you.
Cotter.
Okay, let's see you later, Miss Sanguis. And then she slaps the phone.
The star.
And she looks over at the account. She doesn't expect me back till the morning.
The accountant thinks for a moment on the conversation just overheard.
It sounds like you have a very benevolent benefactor by sorts.
Yeah, she said she understood. And now I'm a little bit nervous. Is there something I don't know? I thought I did a check. Wait, no.
With all due, Miss Cotter, there are probably a lot of things you do not know. People are entitled to their secrets.
That's true. But what if she knows
And what has waited all this time and done nothing?
I suppose. Well, but what if where am I going to sleep tonight? Oh, I suppose I could find some sort of tavern, actually. I have some coin on me. We also don't know how long it's going
Holds
to take.
for a second thinking on this. Can see
And
like
Miss-
literal things ticking around.
And Miss Cotter, in the meantime, is just like listing off places and be like, oh, but it might take. We don't know how long this is going to take. Too. Like, it may take all night.
Well, possibly. We may not need to rest, and if worst comes to worst, we can take a short stay via my place. It's not too far.
Oh, really? Are you sure? I wouldn't want to. It'd be nice to see Prague, but I wouldn't want to put you out or anything.
Of course. No, we'd be more than welcome. And the Prague
that's
would be
really
happy
sweet.
to see you.
Be happy to see Prague. Are they doing well?
You're the right terror, but in the best possible way.
Ah, sounds about right. Alright. Okay, well, we better find them. Actually, I'm going to need to look for some sort of delivery service. Is there a is the Messengers Guild around here?
Yeah, there's there's a service that, like, of couriers that that, like, you know, courier stuff around the city. Just like you can flag one down.
Oh, I go in.
Or find
I
like
get
they have like some little corner shops sort of thing where you can like be like, I want this delivered, and they'll as soon as they have someone free, they'll run it to where you need it for a fee.
All right. Sounds good. She's going to give the address.
Yep.
This needs to be refrigerated. Please avoid fire. I think before we get there, you see her you see her like bonking her feather duster against the chocolate in the basket, and like there's a distinct. It comes out as a bag of like actual chips.
Yeah.
And like so please deliver this over to the New Sanguis Manor. She goes through the list of things, and then turns to the rest of everyone and turns to the accountant and goes, all right, sorry about that. That took a little bit too long. We should go find them.
He, I don't know, smiles a little bit and then says,
Yeah, of course, not a problem.
Oh, nice to see you smiling. What made you happy? Did you see like something? Oh, did you see something funny?
No, just something that reminded me of something.
Oh, all right. Good to hear.
I'll tell you
but
about it
seriously,
sometime. When we are not looking for two very probably lost, and frankly, I have no idea what they have gotten up to. I honestly thought something would have exploded by this point.
like, I don't think that's. I have a little bit of faith that nothing would have exploded, but there's the high potential chance that. Do you think? I feel like they've broken something. I'm gonna show up, and they're going to be covered in some sort of something. I can feel it.
I suspect you are right.
and at this we're gonna kind of start walking back towards like where the original fire was.
So we can either have a look down here, search around the area, could ask people. How would you like to play this?
Well, if they were wise, which they're not usually, but if they were wise, they were likely probably. No one Scoop actually. If he's an investigator, they usually interview people. So, if someone's cleaning up their shop, maybe that's where they were.
Not gonna lie, this makes the absolute most sense to the accountant.
I completely agree.
Hmm.
Let's just go
Alright.
find a broken shop.
We look for a broken shop.
Give me an investigation. You can both roll.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna use this one. I can't investigate crap right now. It's like a 5. I think she's really distracted. She's trying to. She's going over in her head while this conversation's going on, and I think the accountant. I'm trying to keep up with the accountant's giant steps, but she's like in her head. She's thinking because I got a 5. She's thinking about Lady Sanguis and like what that could have meant, and it's just like, does she know them all? Like, is it bad? Like, no, she's really sweet. Like, she does have a lot of friends. Just going.
Yep.
I, on the other hand, got a 16.
Mm.
You have
Well.
to like grab her occasionally, be like, Miss Cotta.
As
Just like, oh,
you
sorry.
search around the area where you expect them to be, about a few blocks away from where the fire occurred, you notice some big green letters written on the side of a wall with an arrow pointing up the roof that just says secret meeting place. MEATING for meeting. And you do notice
Why do I smell burnt meat?
I have a pretty solid passive perception.
Yeah.
And we have we've established that I have a pretty good sense of smell.
Yes.
Do I smell any meat by chance?
You smell what could be a combination of burnt meat, browned butter, slightly overcooked garlic. And you do notice a plume of smoke that would probably be coming from like a cooking fire on top of this roof where this giant arrow is pointing. In fact, Janus, give me a stealth roll.
You got it.
That's a 10,
Let's
Miss
see
Potter.
here.
I do not think he meant meeting in that capacity.
What? When they said stakeout, I didn't actually think they meant actual steaks.
I think my armor actually gives me disadvantage on.
Give me
Potentially.
the beacon on top of that building.
The one that's glistening with his expensive armor.
give me a second to look at splint armor for a minute.
Don't forget what it's made out of.
I don't think its enchantment makes any. Oh dear,
Yeah, disadvantage.
it does. Excellent. That is a 10. Surprisingly better than I expected.
It's decent. But with the accountant's passive perception, he definitely spots Janus on this rooftop.
I think
In
Miss
fact,
Cotta
what's
does too,
Miss?
actually, with
Yeah,
that.
what? Yeah, I feel
Miss
if you have
Cotta's
any
passive
bonus
is-
to
I have
perception,
the
your
12.
passive will be enough.
I've got 13.
Yeah, as long as you don't have a
And it's like-
negative.
At this point, Janus could spot Janus, and Janus does have a negative.
Oh,
Though yes.
oh no.
The accountant holds up a finger, though, and quietly pushes it to his lips.
At the very least, they are out of danger up there for the moment.
Are you including from themselves?
No. But
And he kind of looks around.
normally by this time, I would find myself having a drink. I thought it'd be best to ask if you would.
He kind of like clearly is stuck on how to word this sentence.
He starts trying to finish it for you, like, do you want to get one? Is there a bar nearby? Should we bring
There's
some
one
up?
a couple blocks back we walked past. I was concerned for them, but I think they're probably fine. At least for another few moments.
Oh. Do you think so? Did you want to get a drink then?
He nods.
Or
We'd like to head a few blocks back and just quickly swing by a bar and grab a drink.
You may.
Excellent.
Just at this point, I feel we should take a break.
yes. While we
For-
take a break.
I feel it's important to mention the drink actually serves a mechanical purpose to this character build.
I do know.
It's not a choice I can make.
Yes.
It's alright.
Right. I have a thing.
Okay.
As Miss Cotter and the accountant walk off, content that Janus and Scoop will be alright.
Oh no.
Oh no.
The accountant swears he hears Scoop say the following phrase. It's called charcoal grilling. That's why I always burn the first steak, Janus. You're supposed to cook on top of charcoal.
I would like to, just on the grounds that I have the tough feet, I'm not going to react to that.
Mm.
I'm going to internalize that and remember it.
I think you just see Miss Cotter shudder. Like, it's just like, seriously, I don't know what these. Am I catching something, maybe?
If you are, I think I am suffering from the same problem.
Oh dear. That's not good. We can't both be sick.
Oh god.
But yeah, just for reference, depending if you want to do the drink, we can grab a drink and then just go straight back up there
She'd be
and just
fine.
immediately rejoin if you want.
That alcohol is. She doesn't mind alcohol.
Oh, I just meant in terms of like splitting and unsplitting a party.
Oh,
You're only a people.
but we're still technically split.
But we'll resolve this when we get back from break.
Yeah.
And we're back. Welcome back, everyone. So, we had just left off as the accountant and Miss Cutter had gone to get a drink from a nearby bar, while Janus and Scoop were staking it out on a rooftop, overlooking seasonal seasonings. The spice and herb shop that they suspect to be visited at some point by the two ruffians that they are after.
Oh,
Did you say we are rejoining on our way back, or?
Yeah, we can rejoin as you've gotten a drink. Are you?
feeling
Did you
a
get
bit
like a
better?
bottle to carry with you, or?
No, I probably just got like a short row of drinks.
Okay.
Um,
Had
I
a
just
few.
thought I had the one scotch and that was it.
Very nice. It's a good scotch.
Hmm.
Who paid?
That would be me.
Oh, she tried. She tried. She was this close.
With all due respect, you ordered one drink.
I can't even pay for myself.
You can pay next time and choose the place. Fair.
Yeah, I don't know any other than the other place we went to that one time.
Kind of come to a stop at the front of the building where the sign is.
We could always go back. That sounds nice.
Yeah, the bartender was pretty lovely. Red Dragonborn, wasn't it?
See what you did.
Sounds familiar.
Hmm.
I'm kind of
Maybe-
looking up towards the top of the building.
How do we get up there?
How high would you say that fire escape is?
10 feet from the so it basically the bottom
I
of
just-
it. Yeah.
Oh, could you give me a
I
boost?
crouch slightly and just hold out my hands in a footrest.
Like you do that, and with like a very swift jump, she uses that as a platform and like lands. You're like, do you want me to lower the fire escape?
After checking the rules, I reach to it and just muscle up.
Yep.
Technically, it's within my reach. The weird, how far you can do that is, it's like your height and then half your height is your arms. And I'm like, yep, 7
That's-
divided by 2, 3.5, that's 10.5 feet.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh, you are quite tall, aren't you?
Apparently.
Oh, oh, your collar's a bit ruffled.
Every time. Thank you. Yes.
She can't quite reach it. You have to bend down as we go up the fire escape. Actually, you know what? She's gone up like a couple of steps, so she's finally at eye level in order to do it. There we go.
Is that the first time they've been at eye level?
I'm trying to think. Yes. There you go.
Thank you. I can't see that part of me, so appreciate that.
No, I know, no worries. I can't necessarily reach it without a box, but let me know if you ever need the help.
As he just smiles, almost a little awkwardly and sheepishly.
She, being completely oblivious to what's going on, kind of like, but like also slight like, oh, nope, upstairs.
Yes, it does sound like something's burning.
Again,
We'll find out.
we already had. Have we not had enough fires? As she's hissing this as we're going up. Probably, hopefully, quietly, because people live in this building.
And as you two make your way to the top of the stairs, you hear the enthusiastic voice of Janus in full storytelling mode, or you can only assume that to be. So, right, and they would actually smash the plates on the groom. How crazy is that?
Oh,
Like,
crazy.
that's just something. That's just something these people would do.
That's strange. Like, I was once investigating this married couple, and I mean, there was plates smashing on the groom, but I feel like it was a lot less of a festive event, and more of a quick, someone come and help and pull them apart kind of event.
I'd like to stealth to the top of the building, just by the by. I like the
Oh.
Batman approach of just appearing places.
Oh yeah, sure.
If
Give me a roll.
If the accountant has gone to stealth, Miss Cutter will follow suit because she thinks that he's noticed something that she hasn't.
I do not.
Okay.
23.
Oh.
Yeah.
4.
So Miss Carter makes it up. Ooh. We got a raid.
Ooh.
Yes.
Oh, God.
Yay.
Welcome, everyone. Cosmo,
Welcome to shipping and tension.
you wanna
And
invite
excellent
me in?
shipping and shipping.
As the account, like, Miss Carter makes it up this fire escape without making a noise. But unfortunately, at one of the steps, as the accountant makes his way up, just like under his weight, just groans like that metal. Which Janus and Scoop, you both hear this.
Okay,
There's almost-
Wheeling around. Oh, hey guys. Wait,
You don't see Miss
where's-
Cotter. Miss Cotter's behind the accountant probably, and that's why she's got the 23 on stealth.
It's like, oh, hey boss.
Oh,
Good
good. Yeah.
afternoon, gentlemen.
We still have some steak left. I mean, never mind the one underneath this one, but I mean, unless you're particularly partial to it, I mean, there's still some good stuff in there apart from all the carbon.
It's charcoal grilled.
I raise an eyebrow.
Miss Cotter, like, pulls herself out to the side. Could you be any louder? Genuinely. You call this a stakeout doesn't necessarily have to just require steaks.
Yes, but it was my ingenious plan to have us appear like part of the rooftop by sending up smoke, like a chimney.
Yes, signaling your presence to everyone around who might know the area.
Exactly, you found us. That's exactly what I was using it for. Thank you. Did you see my message out the front?
We didn't need the steak.
Well, that's not
What?
too far.
Oh,
Well, of course we-
Janus, this is why it's called monitoring, not a stakeout all the time.
maybe
We got you some. He kind of, like, for a moment just looks a bit crushed and then perks right up again.
Oh. She looks really guilty at that.
Uh-oh.
Well, I appreciate what you have done. Thank you for the lovely food. Would you have any success with your interview, June?
Yes. On that note, that shop, it looks a little different in the evening. Sorry, we were busy with steaks. That shop over there, I believe that was the spice shop. Yes, seasonal seasonings.
That's the one.
We talked to the owner as we were buying salt, just as 2 bags of salt,
2 pounds of salt.
and
Were you
apparently they're
planning on-
expecting a visit.
Were you planning on an exorcism or something?
No, but if one happens to come up, we're sorted.
She turns to the accountant.
Best not to ask, perhaps.
They're due to come by this shop anytime. No.
Oh, today?
Sounds like it.
Sometime. Ish.
Anytime meaning what kind of... She starts tapping her foot.
Well, I mean, I have a sleeping bag, a bedroll. We just eaten, so we're stocked up for a good hearty stakeout.
He turns to the... Well, I got the go-ahead. I'm allowed to be back in the morning.
Yes. All right then.
Well, that's me. What about you, young man?
Me?
Yes,
Oh.
you.
Me.
Yes, you.
Kind of.
Wait,
It dawns on him.
Can-
Oh,
Could I just get a fate roll from Janus, please?
yes. I
And
know
we
exactly
say
what
no.
this is going to be. A 98.
Okay.
Ooh.
Was there a dinner event
I was-
on that?
I was almost hoping I'd roll really badly.
Stay out of
I
town,
was
maybe?
almost hoping.
Your parents out of town?
Nothing.
Oh, hell no.
Nothing. Oh dear.
Okay.
Continue.
Oh.
All good.
Master
Oh,
Scoop,
okay, so like that. Yes.
you have a map.
Oh. Gotta go for my belongings. I do, but it's back at my office. I can make one really quick for you if you need it. Where you
Would
headed?
you? Just for this local area. One of the people previously mentioned that these folk operate in routes. We have known where they have been. We have an idea of where they will be. We perhaps might be able to deduce where they are.
Interesting. Right. Well, I'll get one started. In the meantime, could you
The butcher
Look
did
out,
mention that they come around on different days.
You went to the butcher's.
He sort of gestures openly at 5 substantial steaks, some of which partially eaten.
probably
Oh,
both?
these are quite large. This one's a bit overcooked. Oh,
No, we don't eat that one.
it's still food. You gonna waste food?
Don't really think of it as food. Think of it more as a buffer. You see, I have this theory about cooking steaks.
And
You
how
might-
much did you spend on said buffer?
Oh, Janus doesn't spend on anything on the steaks. Oh, you didn't send anything on the steaks, did you?
No, I pay for it.
But I paid for it.
But I
She
pay for
looks
it.
over to the accountant. This is why I had the bad feeling. I knew I wasn't wrong. I knew it in the gut.
In fairness, though, they are both perfectly still intact and untouched. I would consider that a success.
That's true. No injuries, right? You didn't break anything, did you?
I assure you, the smell of burning meat is purely to do with my cooking. And we didn't break anything.
I'd like to inside check that.
Yeah, I think we'd need a deception from Scoop.
From me.
Because you did break something.
Yes, you do.
Let's see you beat my deception roll. What did you got?
What you got? I'm asking you. What's
Oh,
your
I think you
deception?
should go first. Surely you have to come up with some magnificent roll to beat my
21.
mighty 2.
21. I rolled a 19.
I see. I rolled the opposite of that on the die face.
She like
Huh.
stares really deep at you. Looks
Scoop
deep
shakes
into your
his
soul.
foot and some glass
Even
flies
through
off.
the perky illusion. Actually, you know what? If we're on the roof and there's no one around, she's dropped the illusion, and she's regular Miss Cotter.
While actually, I'd also like to just quickly do a scout around. Just not a scout around, but like do a look, make sure there's nothing there, by the way.
Lap around the roof, sort of thing.
Yeah, basically just like kind of circling the perimeter, looking, make sure there's no one else on other rooftops, or no one obviously looking up at this building kind of thing.
Yeah. Give me a quick. I'll just go off your passive. Yeah. No. You see, like, 2 streets over on another rooftop. Like, there's a sort of rooftop garden where you can see some people having some drinks or something, but they don't seem to notice you.
Cool. Circle back, please.
As like you come back probably to just as Miss Cotter is finished absolutely grilling Scoop.
Oh. I think I know how my buffer feels.
And out of the corner of your eye, you spot Janus quietly, as discreetly as possible, but nowhere near discreetly enough, wiping his mouth with the tail of his tabard, trying to get the muck off of his face.
Don't you dare!
Trying to make sure there's no mark on his face.
She reels on. It's like, get your butt over here right now. You are not using your family's colors to clean your face with. That's disrespectful, probably.
Scoop stands up. I'm gonna look for the perpetrators and hurries off while Scott is distracted.
Internal scoop. Taking one for the team, thanks, man.
And Scoop turns to Janus and gives him a quick look of respect and gratitude.
Meanwhile, Janus looking back at Scoop gives him a look of help me.
I think halfway through scrubbing your face and making sure that your semi-meat oil stained tabard.
There's also a hint of cilantro.
Oh. She pauses, takes a deep breath, and... Are you sure you're allowed out right now?
I'm sure it'll be fine.
This gives me absolutely zero confidence. Janus, you know the type of people the accountant runs with, right?
Kind of ponders that for a moment. Actually, don't think I've met many of the accountant's colleagues or
I mean,
workmates.
There's all the ones you met at the Fight Club.
But that doesn't make up a very big list.
No, it's probably maybe a dozen.
And most of them were there on Fight Club business.
Sure.
If he's at least done that much. And she checks you over. She's particularly checking you for bruising. Like if you've been injured in a fight recently or if you've been like literally slapped about. She kind of like she's cleaning you up, but it's like it's a little bit too thorough. She's like she's poking at your upper arms, just checking. Basically, she's doing a once over to see if you've got any bruises or anything like that. I think she's aiming. I think she'd be aiming probably for your sides or upper chest more.
Okay, there might be a role for that actually. Seb, do you think a constitution check would be appropriate to try and not react to being poked in the bruises?
Yes, I feel that is appropriate.
Okay. Let's see. I have proficiency with those. Yay. That is a 16.
Would I be rolling perception or insight?
Try and beat that with an insight, I think.
Okay. 21.
Oh.
Good question. Would that have been a con check or con saving throw?
Fair point, actually.
Is it still bigger than a 21? If you add your proficiency to it?
I've got proficiency.
It would only be a +3 for your proficiency, right?
Yeah, the proficiency is +3.
Are you rolling again, or are you just adding it to the previous one?
No, you've beaten it. You've beaten me hands down.
All right, I think you wins. Do you?
A little. A little wins. It's barely perceptible, but you spot it.
Who gave you that one?
Oh, that was Oh, actually, he rolls up his sleeve a little bit, and you see there's a couple. There's 2 or 3.
There's like
one of them
still turns vaguely in the accountant's direction.
One of them. Oh, there's one on my leg from the half elf guy.
Me pull down your pants or anything. I'm just
Hey,
asking who gave it to you.
He kind of looks at you confused, like, "Oh, yeah, half elf guy. I got him. Did a real good throw."
Good job.
He's progressing very well.
The fact that he's hurt at all makes me uncomfortable.
It is very difficult to avoid that unless you get good at it, and you only get good at it by doing it.
Or other ways. And only Janus can see, but Miss Cotta's face has kind of gone a little bit spooked. Tiny bit, just a tinge. And she goes, "Alright, well, if you're not too hurt, stay clean, alright?"
Yes, ma'am.
In the interest of myself, actually, can I insight that?
Yeah.
I'd like to know if I'm in danger.
11.
Insight,
12.
what, my vague threat, or?
It was the way that you suddenly changed the thing, like the conversation. It was like you're clearly not happy with it, and then immediately like flip, and I'm like, uh-oh, that could be bad.
You with an 11, yeah, no, she rolled pretty bad. With that, you'd probably see that you've seen this behavior before, once or twice. Mostly at mealtimes. And it's the same sort of flinching that she's done when you've seen her kind of move her shoulders around, and I think you did probably see it move like a shoulder or two. But she, like, it's weird, Janus. Like, the way that she's fussing over you is, like, quite affectionate and quite familiar. Like, she's done this before. And she goes, "Just take care of yourself. Go on. Here." And if she needs any healing, she'll have, like, probably lightly brushed a lay on hands to help cover up the bruises. At least heal them up.
Yep.
Alright. So how long are we waiting? I can stay out all night. But we should probably get you home. So
I do concur with Miss Cotter. Even if it does mean that you know, make your way back out later. Appearances and all that.
Well, let's get to
I
staking.
mean, I could tell my parents I'm hanging out with some friends. That would be true. He says, sort of like smiling slightly awkwardly, but also hopefully at the group.
Miss Cotter's heart breaks. Do you normally hang out with your friends this late at night?
No. But
Does he
my
look
parents
like
have
he needs a
noticed that I'm
hug?
a little different lately.
Does he look like he needs
That
a
probably
hug?
helps. Potentially, but you see a few gears turning at once. There's definitely
Okay,
like
she's just
multiple
lays
things
her
running through his head.
hand on your back. Maybe if it gets really late, you said your father has a direct line to you.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Does that mean he's likely to shout at you if you're not home on time?
He whips this sending stone out of his pocket. Like, it would probably be better if I told him first before.
It is sunset. Do you see any? Oh, well, she checks over the side. Do we see anything?
Make that check.
Yeah. Give me.
Scoop, do you see anything?
Would anyone like to look up? Was this a group thing or is it one person?
Well, I think Miss Cotter's with Janus. as Janus is explaining this, I don't know what the accountant is doing.
If I remember correctly, they were circling the roof to make sure it's secure.
Yeah.
Did, yes.
Actually, weirdly, I think he's kind of just looking out over the side of the building, but like in the area. Like if you divide a roof into quarters, he's in the same quarter as Janus and Miss Cotter. But like kind of not a part of that, just standing kind of looking out, really introspecting, actually.
All right. I'll make that perception roll. A bit better. 17.
17. It's getting late in the evening now. The sun's starting to go down, and you notice mostly that a lot of the shop owners seem to be closing up for the night.
That'll be good for when these ruffians approach. We don't want to cause too much panic in the late night, dim of night. How many people are on the street?
There's a lot of people sort of like making their way home from wherever, or a few people, looks like they're heading out to dinner, sort of thing.
As people head out, these two will be far easier to notice.
Yeah, it's still fairly busy, and it's like the evening rush hour, basically.
All right. Well, if the sun well and truly falls, I turn to Miss Cotter sheepishly. I don't know how to. You see, when the sun goes down, it gets dark.
Yes, it does.
I don't flourish in dark environments when it comes to spotting things.
Is that you're
Just
requesting me to keep an eye out?
How is your eyesight?
Use
I
your
see.
words, Mr. Scoop. Full sentence. You can do it. I believe in you. Think about it for a second.
Okay. It'll be night, and could I ask for your help in keeping an eye out for the ruffians?
Yes,
Please.
you may. You can ask. You just have to ask.
Okay. He puts away his notepad. Miss Cotter, could you please help me in looking for these criminals? I think your
Certainly,
eyesight
Mr. Scoop. I can help you. I'm not. You're alright. I've watched out a rooftop more than once, and she finds a spot to hide. Keep a good eye out. Yeah, no. She's definitely still very upset with you.
Great. Well, if you're keeping an eye out, I can go get some more steaks, and we can cook for everyone.
As long as you keep it down.
Okay. I'll go get some more steaks, and then we can cook
Are you
for
getting
everyone.
more steaks? The butcher's closed.
I didn't think of that. Maybe tomorrow.
Maybe tomorrow. I'm going to keep an eye out for something. Does anything happen in the hours we're up here?
Sorry, that was.
I don't know what the accountant's been doing during all of this, but she just kind of I think you see her she puts her basket down. You see her you can hear the distinct clink of metal below her skirt. As she sits down, and you see her kind of cozy up against some sort of chimney or some sort of pipe, not touching it, but close enough that it would help her hide, and she perches.
Yeah. Was Janus about to call his father?
Yes. Yes, he was.
Okay.
Janus pulls the rectangular stone tablet thing out of his pocket. See if I can remember this, and he kind of looks up at the clouds for a moment, trying to remember it with his fingers, and like going through the sigil sequence. There. And he puts the code in.
Yep. It makes the turn for a few seconds. Then you hear hello? Janus? Is that you?
Hello, Father.
You're not home for dinner. What's going on?
Oh, sorry, I forgot to tell you. I'm hanging out with some friends tonight, out in town. I'm okay.
Some friends.
But I may be home back late tonight.
How late?
I'm not sure when I get home.
What are you and your friends up to at night?
Steak.
Well, there's a lot of steak. We have a lot of steak.
You've
It's like a cookout.
I'm not sure if this would be persuasion or deception.
It's not a lie.
It's not a lie. I mean, your choice. Janus.
Well, I don't really have
Is there
much.
any way we can assist him?
Okay,
can you
yep,
think
I've
of
got
a way
a
to assist him?
proficiency in persuasion. I will let
Oh. Miss Cotta makes a gesture. Anyone to like make noises on the cookware?
I sizzle the meat in the pan a little bit.
Yeah.
At which point, I imagine cracks a little.
Yeah.
wow.
So, did you give me that roll?
Okay.
And
Oh
with
dear.
the help of
Oh, with the help action.
yeah.
Dice while you betray me.
They like this around.
Dice, please. Why do you do this to me? Best I can get you is a 9.
Oof. I don't like having you out in the city after dark, Janus. You should come home as soon as you can. Finish your meal and come straight home. You need to let us know if you're not going to make it to dinner or where you're going.
Yes, Father. I'll be back home as soon as I can.
You better. Or you'll be in big trouble. And he hangs up.
Slaps the hand
That's
on top of the
close.
pad thing. Just Janus looks kind of frozen in place.
Pointed look at the accountant.
Slowly
Continues to look
puts-
over to the side.
Slowly puts stone in pocket.
The accountant.
So, dinner?
The accountant kind of takes a step back from his position, no longer kind of staring out. Turns back around. He says, walks over to Janus and says, "For what it's worth, I don't suspect you're going to get into any serious strife. Your father is concerned for you because he cares for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
But
at
still, I
least-
don't want to miss out.
Well, if it makes you feel better, he did say, if I forgive me for eavesdropping a little bit, he did say you're not supposed to come back until you finish dinner. We're only halfway through our steaks.
This kind of makes a very distinct sighing noise from her players hidden behind a chimney.
Janus
There
kind
is
of
a
raises a
saying-
hand to his chin.
There's a saying that has been thrown around quite a lot. It is better to ask forgiveness than permission. And I have a suspicion if your actions lead to the decorrupting the watch in the city of which your father is a very prominent political figure, these transgressions may not seem so bad.
Potter looks pissed from wherever she is, which no one can see. You can feel it in the atmosphere. She feels pissed.
Hairs in the back of my neck.
There's an audible silence coming from her proximity.
It's
I would like to
exactly-
use my body to block that silence.
It's exactly as the accountant said. It's so much harder to ask permission after you've done something.
But if he gets locked up in a tower, it's his own damn fault.
That's alright. The perfect thing to get people out of towers. Oh, I forgot to load the fire escape. I'll be back.
Oh my word,
Yeah.
is that still there?
He takes 2 steps, then stops, remembers stealthily, and sneaks towards the fire escape. Did I make a roll for that?
For the stealth?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
In case.
Oh my gosh.
Is it wrong that I'm really happy it's bad, so I can trip over the exact same step that the accountant did?
Yes. That's
What's my
exactly what
stealth
happens.
bonus? Alright. I rolled an 8.
Yeah. As you make your way down the fire escape, you hear a
Hmm.
"Er?" as you step on this loose loose step in the stairs of the
I
fire
think you
escape.
hear something snap when it's got this.
Oh, please don't let that be Miss Cotta snapping. As I tug on my rope of climbing and it fills itself back up into my hands and I go up the thing.
Can I
being careful not
please
to step
have
on
been
step.
keeping an eye out distractedly? But can I please have been keeping an eye out as I was told to in this low light setting?
Yes. You
Yeah.
may give me a perception.
Oh, they're in so much trouble. Wow, I've rolled a lot of 21s.
Nice. Yeah. So I'll move this on a little. It's not soon, but in about once the sun goes down, the streets clear out a little.
Mhm.
Gets a bit darker. The streets are lit with streetlights. It's not completely dark, but there are shadows and stuff in the alleys to hide in. But with your keen elven eyes, you were able to spot through an alley and down the street. A few buildings away, the distinct glow of hair that are what would be hair on a genasi.
Thank God. Alright. I've spotted them. Or at least one of them.
You have? I mean, you have.
I think when you said you have, you saw her clench and crinkle her eyes a bit. And I think you definitely see that she's holding a feather duster quite tightly in her hands right now.
With all
Yes,
that dark
I have.
vision you have.
Well, I'm assuming that there's still some light. Do we have a light from the stakeout?
I
Ooh.
imagine the fire has probably been
It's
put
gone
out.
out.
There is some
Mm.
there is some ambient light just from the street lights below you. It is.
Yeah.
It's not completely dark up here for you guys, but it's not.
Over there.
It's low light,
Mhm.
as D&D would put it.
Yeah.
Or dim light.
It's
I can't remember
Yeah.
which one it is.
over there. Blowing hair. Can't miss them. Or maybe you can.
Now, let's see if we can get the drop on these two. Yeah, who's coming with me?
So, how far away would you say they are in like distance?
Hmm.
Actually, better question. Can we make out what this person is doing?
With the 21 perception, not really. Like you just sort of spotted them, like a glimpse of them as they moved through an alley.
Are they moving though?
Yeah.
Alright, they're on the move.
Mr. Scoop, may I have a quick look at that map, for a chance?
Yes, here it is. How we will note, I've made it with what is it?
Cartography?
Cartography supplies. I will also note, I am not proficient in cartography supplies.
Do you want to give a roll for it then? Just a general intelligence check.
Intelligence? Oh, that's not bad. 18 then.
For an amateur map, it's pretty well done.
I'd just like to quickly figure out what alleyway that person was walking in, the direction they were going, and then make it relative to the map so we could figure out where we could cut them off.
Sounds good.
Would that be possible?
Yeah, no, that'd be possible. The general direction, they seem to be heading towards where the fire happened, actually.
So they are going back.
Consider this a lesson, Master Janus. Amateurs often return to the scene of their crimes.
Alright.
And as we go down, mind that second step from the top.
Exactly.
Should-
It's very subtle.
We should probably, if we do end up dividing up people who can see in the dark better, should probably pair with people who, stares at Scoop, don't see as well.
Exactly. So anyone that can't see well in the dark should come with me.
Janus, would you like to accompany me?
Oh, I could see you throwing him right under a cart just then. Come on, Scoop. I mean, Mr. Scoop, let's head down. Watch the step.
Well, I would have forgotten that.
You might need to you might need to stage whisper. Actually, I can't hear you.
Okay. I'll do my best.
All right.
You just made me
guess-
question. Oops, sorry.
Hmm.
I was just gonna say, you've made me question what a whispering accountant sounds like, and I have no idea.
Does he whisper? Ever?
Does he whisper?
Is it possible?
Is
Can
it
we
any
do that?
quieter than usual? Does it sound any different?
If he whispers, does it still vibrate the air or not?
It's just
Alright.
low bass with nothing else.
It's like somebody playing like a double bass with like with a bow, and it's just like.
Boom.
Okay.
That's terrifying, thank you.
Yeah, great.
Shall we roll stealth?
Yes. So
Yes.
you're attempting to lit up and sneak up on these guys?
Are we trying to pincer maneuver it sort of thing, or because that's what I had in my head?
If the map kind of allows an opportunity for that, yes, I think that would be the best plan.
Yeah, you could potentially do it. It is one of those things that, like, there's a decent number of alleys and streets. Like, completely cutting them off would be difficult, but you could find ways to limit where they could go. Some dead ends and stuff in terms of alleys.
Absolutely.
All right.
That is what we would like to do.
Yes.
There's
and
stealth?
then, yes, we'll give me a stealth check. And give me the higher of each pair.
Oh. Of
Oh,
each-
as in
of
like
who of the
his
pairs?
or I?
Because you're going to you're going in two pairs,
Yes.
correct? Yeah. So
That's
Okay.
good because I rolled disadvantage on stealth.
Oh boy.
All right. 17.
23.
Wow.
Potter is pissed and very, very much in her element right now. We're hunting someone.
All right, so Can I get those numbers again? So the
Janus, did you beat a 12?
I did not.
12.
12. All right, and
And for Cotter, Miss Cotter and I, it's 23. Miss Cotter's.
Mhm.
This group's party is starting from alleyway in very action movie pose, like hand crossed out in front of him, starting from thing to thing. He goes, "Right, Miss Cotter, feel free to follow."
I think you see
Miss Cotter.
her. I think you see her like slink out of a shadow, like very like just steps out and moves towards. Like, are you coming, Mr. Scoop?
Miss Cotter, Scoop turns to look over his shoulder in front of him. Oh, right behind you.
I'm the one that can see in the dark. Remember? Come on.
I can see pretty well in dim darkness.
What was that?
Nothing, right behind you.
all right. Well, Miss Cotter, with Miss Cotter's guidance, you two definitely are not spotted by these two. The Count and Janus, as you make your approach, you see these two are sort of have stopped near the where the burned down cafe is, and are having a conversation with each other, like hushed conversation and whispers and stuff. And the Janasi actually like puts his hand up and tells the guy to stop, and he's like looking at where you guys are sort of trying to hide from him.
Do we see this?
Give me a perception. See if
At this, as this happens, like, because we can see that they'd be looking at us, right?
yeah, you've picked up on that. So yeah, Miss Cotter would notice this as well. You guys have sort of gotten a lock on them, but it seems that they may have spotted you.
So you do need that perception check, or you don't need that perception
No,
check?
no, yeah, well say, you're fine.
Alright.
I turn to Janus. Well, perhaps we are not as stealthy as our comrades.
Just kind of looks down at the little bit of metal between his tabard that has been subtly clinking with every couple of steps.
Lest we introduce ourselves before they decide to leave.
I'll follow you.
Good.
Alright. And I would like to just walk out directly towards them, out of the shadow, in broad, right at them.
Yep.
That is going to maneuver into an area that is dark. This is just like, I'm getting flashbacks to the alley already. Oh, this goes the same way.
Good evening, gentlemen. It is a pleasure to finally make your acquaintances. My name is the accountant.
Ah, Mr. Accountant. Your reputation precedes you. My name is Pierre. The Fire Genasi gestured to himself. And this is my associate, Carmen.
Carmen?
Carmen.
Is
C-A-R-M-A-N. Carmen. Like the San
is
Diego.
it the same person he was with last time?
Yes, this is the dark-skinned human individual.
Ah, excellent. Now, just a simple formality type question. Is this another instance in which perhaps the pair of you will split off and run in separate directions? Or are we able to talk?
The runoff, I do not know what you're talking about.
Ah, perfect. Well, we appear to have a bit of an impasse.
Oh?
It has come to the attention that you appear to be performing some kind of operation in this area, we shall say.
I do not know what you mean. Please, what operation would we be performing?
It's at this point, Janus has positioned himself just sort of behind the accountant off to the right, so that the sword on his left hip is concealed behind the accountant.
Yep.
Love your work. I will say, I kind of gesture to the building.
I believe it's some form of remodeling, perhaps.
Oh, that was a terrible tragedy. But I assure you, we had nothing to do with it.
On that note, from where she is, am I within 60 feet?
Yeah.
I'd like to cast Zone of Truth.
Sure thing. I need to
I'm just
quickly
like,
look up what
I think
Truth
Scoop-
does.
I think Scoop years ago, I hate liars.
Okay. Zone of
15-foot radius sphere. They need to, until that's what a creature that enters that spell area for the first time or starts its turn needs to make a charisma saving throw.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Like, if they fail the save, they can't speak a deliberate lie. You know whether each creature succeeds or fails. An affected creature is aware of the spell and thus can avoid answering questions. So they'd be aware of it.
Yeah.
But they wouldn't know if it would be coming from her if she's still hidden in shadow.
well then let's roll some saving throws. I would say Janus and Scoop are probably close enough to get caught in this.
Janus and
Janus
the
is
accountant.
behind me.
Sorry, not Scoop. Accountant. Because you guys
So
are right
it's a
next to me.
15-foot sphere.
Perfect.
All right.
I am within 15 feet of them. That's fine with me.
Ooh, it's radius, so it's 30 across.
Yeah.
What is your spell save DC, Miss Cotter?
That's the next question. I haven't had to use it since we started this campaign, and so I have forgotten it. Give me 1 second. Because it's prof plus mod plus
Yeah, so
Mod,
8
right?
plus 3 plus, I think, your charisma.
14.
14. Okay.
She just cast it. She
yep.
doesn't know it. But can I tell who passed and who I can tell who passed and who failed?
Yes. Accountant.
I
and-
don't lie.
Oh, that's fair. You can choose to fail it if you wish. I'm
I
sure.
absolutely choose to fail it.
Respects
Janus?
that.
Janus passes.
Oh.
Yo!
He passes the save.
The Carmen, the dark-skinned human, he failed. But Pierre passed.
That's fair.
And
was like-
they are aware that you cast it?
They're aware I cast it.
Mhm.
So they are aware that somebody
They're-
tried to.
Yeah. I would ask for a
Make
stealth
them
roll
speak truth.
in that case, again, for Muscota. And...
Right. Ooh, excellent. Natural 1.
Ooh.
She's mad.
Yeah.
She's really mad.
I just shouts it out.
Oh, it's just like I hate liars. You would have heard that.
Well, as you cast the spell and the effects affect this group, you see Pierre and Carmen sort of turn around and just stare at, like, lock eyes with you. They're like,
Good evening.
"Ah, friends, excellent. More the merrier. How can I help you?"
Oh, he's lying, by the way, or he can be. The other one can't.
You beseech me, my dear lady. I would
Oh, I'm
never
not
lie.
your dear anything, darling.
Shame.
Oh,
I would advise picking your battles more wisely.
This is a battle? I was not aware we were battling. Thought we were having a friendly conversation.
Oh, I
Okay.
am. I have
Miss
not
Potter
made that
looks-
poor choice yet.
Miss
But that
Potter
is...
She's mad.
Personally, I'd like to resolve this in the most peaceable of ways, for all parties included. Simply put, what operation you don't have here, take it elsewhere.
Hmm. Why?
Because it's not going to be here very shortly, and that will happen in one of two ways. I do pick my battles very carefully, Mr. Pierre.
Roll is it an intimidation? Is this what this is?
It depends whether you consider a promise a threat. Actually, I answered my own question. I believe this. I would like to roll persuasion.
That's acceptable.
I'm not intending to threaten. I want to tell him that you have a choice between a rock and a hard place.
Apologies if you hear a dog barking.
That's okay. Arkpoint's full of them.
Yeah.
Okay. 12, 13.
13 persuasion. I do not see how something that does not exist would be here anyway.
How does his friend look?
Roll an insight. But he's mostly just staying quiet.
He's staying quiet, but like visually, like they're surrounded by 4 people,
Yeah.
which they're
Three.
aware of. One of them is 3 people
Yeah, they know
because
that's good.
Scoop's currently unseen. There is like one of them is one of them is the accountant. One of them, they know one is a spellcaster of some kind. And for that insight, it was only a 13.
It's enough. This guy is looking not necessarily nervous, but he's just like eyeing, like he keeps his eyes trying to like look between the two of you, just like making sure like nothing is like he's wary of you guys. Like he's like almost like he's expecting something to go down, but doesn't want to start it himself.
I would like to also make an insight. There's something about this situation that doesn't sit. I am wary because they seem a little too chill. And I'm wondering if maybe I've been lured into a trap.
That's fair. You can roll an insight there.
5. Oh, wait, no, 8. It's not great, but it's better.
Every number counts. You don't feel like this is like they have something on you here. They just like honestly, Pierre's just giving this air of like, what do you like? You got nothing on me. What are you gonna do?
I don't like him. Really don't like him.
Well, Mr. Pierre, I regret to inform you. It is my obligation to inform you that things are very likely to, what's the word, devolve in a moment.
By what means?
If I may be so blunt, as I too am under the effect of some kind of not lying enchantment, I have every intention of punching him multiple times in the face, and then when you try and run away, I'm going to break your leg.
So you're threatening innocent citizens on the street?
That is correct.
Oh,
I am not a nice man.
That is a shame, because if that was to be reported to the watch, you could be arrested. Locked up for a
That
long
is
time.
It is an option if it is reported.
No, they would know. Trust me.
I punch him.
Roll an attack roll.
I'd like to slap. Can I please slap him across the face?
17.
Real fast.
Roll damage.
Thank you for doing that.
Tried real hard not to do that. 5. Yeah, 5.
5 damage. Okay. Yeah, he takes it to the face, staggers back. He's like, that was a good punch.
Oh, I'm not gonna lie. I was gonna continue doing that.
Yeah.
I'm going to fight him.
Yeah, I figured. I figured we'd be
I-
rolling initiative here. But
I thought
Okay.
so too.
we've probably reached the end of our stream, so we'll continue
Ah!
Save that for next time.
this next time.
No.
Cliffhanger.
Oh,